For the time being, the heat is sticking around. Tomorrow looks like another day where we're talking about major to borderline extreme heat risk across the map. These are some points we're going to keep hammering home throughout this week because they're just so crucial when we're dealing with this type of heat and humidity combination. You want to stay hydrated and in a cool place, especially during the peak heating hours, late morning, throughout the afternoon, into the early evening. And when you're dealing with real feel levels of 100 to even 105 degrees, you might want to just consider canceling outdoor activities, especially ones where you're exerting a lot of energy. It's already just a lot on the body just being outside. And if you're outside working out, exerting energy, that combination with the heat could be one that could lead to problems. So in order to avoid that, I would recommend doing those activities in the morning or in the evening hours when conditions start to cool on down. We look at this radar and satellite, it's as quiet as can be. Giant high pressure off towards our south and east, and it's usually this corridor off towards the north of it where you see the hottest temperatures, the most amount of heat being funneled northward, and that is essentially what's happening. That's why we are so steamy today. Temperatures are in the mid-90s. It's 92 in Flora, 93 in Rensselaer, and 93 out in Kokomo, but it actually feels like 100 to 105 degrees. Again, 104 in Monticello, 103 in Lafayette. It's not just the magnitude of this heat, but this has been going on day after day, and that's what could lead to issues, and that's why these advisories and warnings are in effect. So this evening, still incredibly mild, but cooler. It's mid-80s by the time we get to 9, 10 o'clock. Overnight tonight, we'll see lows only fall back into the mid-70s. Some changes coming by the time we get to tomorrow. There's a front that's going to continue to drape on down. So while that will still lead to hot temperatures, it could also lead to a chance of a shower or a storm. The better forcing for these will be well off towards the north, but not going to rule out completely early on in the afternoon, early to mid-afternoon, a shower, thunderstorm, especially off towards the north and west, although the better risk of that is Wednesday and Thursday as that front drapes a little bit closer. So here's Wednesday itself. There's the front, there's the off and on chances for some showers and storms. Certainly not a washout. It won't break the heat, but if you get under one of those storms, it could at times drop the temperature for a little bit. And eventually, I think as we get into next week, we'll wash out the heat in a much more sustained fashion. 74 degrees tonight. For the day tomorrow, 93. Most spots are dry, just a straight chance of a shower or storm. Again, it takes really until next week until we get out of the 90s by day and 70s by night.